Hi grade 11, this is teacher Atika. Welcome to the biology class lecture 1. According to our syllabus, we have already finished the first chapter and started the second one, that is transport in mammals. So we will continue the same chapter. We discussed about the blood circulation, that how the heart pumps the blood to the lungs and the blood vessels which carry and transport it to other parts of the body, as it is shown in this diagram also, which briefly tells you the movement of the blood throughout our body with the help of lungs, hearts and blood vessels. So let's move on to the three types of blood vessels that are responsible for carrying the blood. These are arteries, veins and capillaries. The function of arteries is to carry blood from heart to the rest of the body, while veins from body to the heart and capillaries connects them. Just have a look at this picture which shows the connection between the veins, arteries and capillaries. The veins, arteries and capillaries are divided in according to their sizes also. The largest artery is the elastic artery, while vein is the large vein. The medium is called as the medium-sized vein and the muscular artery. And the smaller ones are called as venules for veins and arterioles for arteries, while the capillaries are the ones which are tiny and they are much more smaller than arterioles and venules. Now come to the importance of blood circulation, how it is essential for our body and what is its role. This given table tells us the brief explanation. The blood circulation helps in the tissue respiration, hydration, nutrition, excretion, temperature regulation, and development and coordination. Means briefly we can say it focuses on all of our 7 essential characteristics. Let's come to the transport of respiratory gases between the lungs and tissues. How the gas transport between lungs and tissues takes place. We all know gas transport means the exchange of gases. And these exchange of gases is between our lungs and the tissues. When we breathe in, we take in oxygen, we gives out carbon dioxide. That we are always studying from our beginning. From our previous classes, that two gases are exchanged in our body, oxygen and carbon dioxide basically. So the oxygen moves from the lungs to the blood and then from the blood to the tissues, while carbon dioxide moves from the tissues to the blood and then from the lungs to the air to be eliminated. So the blood carries oxygen and carbon dioxide between lungs and tissues. As we know, we have already discussed in our previous lesson of blood topic that the red blood cells contains hemoglobin. So the transport of oxygen takes place there because the main function of the red blood cells is to transport oxygen. So it is transported around the body inside the red blood cells in combination with the protein hemoglobin. Just look at this picture of hemoglobin structure. Hemoglobin molecule is built up of 4 interlocking globular proteins. Interlocking means attached. Can you see these 4 molecules of heme, green, red, pink and purple? They have just shown there for the differentiation. So during respiration, what happened? One molecule of oxygen combines with each heme group. So one heme molecule transport 4 oxygen molecules. As I told you before also, each hemoglobin has 4 heme groups, so they will take 4 oxygen molecule. So oxygen binding to hemoglobin takes place like this, that hemoglobin attaches with the 4 oxygen molecules to give oxyhemoglobin. But at high altitudes, heights like high mountains, we see that as the altitude increases, as the height increases, it becomes increasingly hard for hemoglobin in red cells in the lungs to load oxygen. This is the reason why mountain climbers and hikers, they get tired and take extra oxygen with them, because our body cannot adapt to high altitude immediately. So the animals and the people who are new to these conditions suffers as they are unable to breathe properly. So usually they carry extra oxygen with them, and our respiratory center detect the change and cause the taking in of extra deep breaths. That's why a person breathes fastly and deeply. Except the mammals who are already adopted or evolved at high altitudes has a form of hemoglobin that loads more oxygen at lower pressure. So this is the end of our today's lecture.